happy Sunday, everybody. It's on and cracking. What's good, everybody? I'm in a great mood today. I'm so grateful to be alive and well. I've already been out and about in the streets. As you guys know, or you may not know, but if you're a money getter, you should know. You should be keeping up with what's going on with me and my crew, aka the Barb slash my 5 daughters and my 2 granddaughters. So if you haven't been keeping up, why haven't you been keeping up? Have you been watching my live streams? Have you been watching my shorts and my videos? Have you at least been on my community wall? If not, make sure you do that. I have a lot of great content that I've been pushing out this summer. I've been working really hard to get good content out for you. I have some shopping content coming for you today. I have an update on my weight loss journey, but I actually did the video already for my loss journey, so I didn't include the fact that my numbers are doing extremely well. I just went yesterday to get blood work to make sure everything was a-okay. When I first started my weight loss journey, I went from eating a lot of sugar, a lot of processed foods to eating clean, and it was like my body needed to adjust to that difference. And I didn't take that into consideration. I felt like, okay, I'm eating good. My body should be feeling good. And I immediately did have an increase of energy, but I also had, and from trying to work out, I had some aches and pains. And then I felt like my heart rate was increasing, which was odd because I'm not eating sugar, right? And I'm eating good, so that shouldn't be happening. So I went to the doctor. They said I was straight, that I just have anemia and I need to increase my iron. And I have had some iron the last couple of days, not yesterday. I hate iron, but I have been trying to increase my iron intake and keep that going. Also, I consulted with my doctor, and she wanted me to take a complete panel and check on my cholesterol and check on my creatinine, my blood sugar. Yo, hey, not Foxy is cool. How are you doing today? Thank you for tuning in. Okay, what? What's okay? What I'm talking about? Listen, do me a favor and comment where you're from. I like to know where my people are calling me from. You're going to your friend's house? Well, I hope you enjoy yourself with your friend. What's good, Sunil? I don't want to mispronounce your name. How are you doing today? Did you guys hit that like button when you come in here asking me to show my face? I might go live a little later with the camera on, but I have plenty of lives with my camera on. I have plenty of videos with my camera on. This morning, just chill. Hit the like button and chill for this conversation. I have good news to share. It's a great day and it's a good vibe over here. Hey, Deborah Ray, you hit the like button for me. I appreciate that. How are you doing today? You liked and subscribed. I appreciate you for doing that. Foxy is cool. I'm not going to be on here too long. As I was saying, I have a lot of content, shopping content. I have a weight loss update. Well, my weight loss journey update. I have revealed that I lost 24 pounds, but I just want to let you guys know how I've been feeling the last 30 days. I go into detail in the video, but as I was saying, I don't know if I really said this in the video because I just had my lab work done yesterday and I got the results today. I'm a Kaiser member, so Kaiser is pretty good. Usually you get your test results within a couple of hours, but they were pretty packed yesterday, so I'm just getting my results today. Well, this morning actually. And I knew that I had been disciplined and I have been working really hard. I haven't had soda. I haven't had any candy, cookies, cake, ice cream, chocolate, none of the stuff that I really really like to eat, right? You're good in being lazy. Great job on the weight loss. Thank you so much. I appreciate your encouragement and your words of support. They really mean a lot to me. Um, I've been getting a lot of good feedback from my YouTube supporters, and I appreciate that because I don't want to let myself down for sure, but I also want to show people what I can do so that they can be inspired and motivated as well. So it's a reciprocation. You guys inspire me, and it's my hope that I inspire you. So I want to say, what was it in April? I was pre-diabetic. I was bored. I was knocking diabetes at the door. It may or may not have had something to do with the prednisone I was taking. But my numbers were higher than they had ever been. I've never had a 5.9. I've been 5.7, 5.6, but I would always go down to 5.5. Today, my lab work came back and my numbers were the lowest that they have ever been, 5.4. So I'm completely out of the pre-diabetic range. And also my cholesterol is really good. If you are considering eating clean, or if you're considering making that lifestyle change, let me tell you, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. My energy levels are through the roof. I had 3 hours of sleep last night, which is not good, but I've been sleeping better. And I'm still, even on 3 hours of sleep, I got right up. My I'm teaching my daughter to drive this summer, and I told her, well, let's wake up at 6 because I like to take her out very early in the morning when there's not a lot of traffic and take her around the city. And I laid there for a moment because I was like, I'm tired. But then I said, you know what? Come on, let's go. Let's get out there. And we've been up since like 7:30. We've been to Dollar Tree. I've had my morning meal. It's been a good morning already. I'm on live with you guys. I recorded content, and I'm going to do this live and then get some more content out there. So that's going from me being very lethargic, very tired, feeling very drained. Like, what's wrong with me? I felt like my blood sugar was high. I felt like I could have diabetes because I wanted sugar all the time. I was going to the bathroom all the time, and I was extremely tired. So I'm going from that to feeling normal again. So, like I said, it's not worth it to keep the weight on you. It's not worth it to keep eating unhealthy because you're going to pay for that. Your body is going to pay for that. I ate whatever I want all my life. And I thought, I'm good. I'm straight, right? Like, I'm 40. I'm still good. And my 50-year-old friends would tell me, oh, honey, when you turn 50, it's going to be another story. And as I got closer to 50, let me just tell you. So enjoy your 20s, enjoy your 30s, guys. Um, because, yes, and also, don't just enjoy your 30s, but take care of yourself in your 20s and 30s so that you're not trying to play catch up. Because it's no fun when you start having chest pains, you start feeling tired, or when you start feeling like your body is sore and aching. All that extra sugar does is give you arthritis. All that extra junk food does is give you high blood pressure and things like that. So try to eat as best you can and try to drink as much water as you can and go little by little. I went cold turkey and I went all the way in. Some people say, "Oh no, you should take small steps." And I always say, would you tell an alcoholic to only drink a little alcohol, or would you tell a crackhead to only smoke a little crack? No, you would tell them to quit cold turkey, just like with cigarettes. But some people also say maybe reduce the amount of drinking that you do, or reduce the number of cigarettes, and that's a good way too. But I just feel like at least it's better than nothing. Rather, I don't think it's a good way to make a change. I feel like if you're going to make a change, stop on a dime, do a complete 180, and do the opposite of what you're doing. If you're a cigarette smoker, quit smoking. What I will say that you want to do is pick a date. Pick a date where you're going to say, you know what? I'm tired of smoking cigarettes. I'm tired of drinking alcohol. As of this day, I'm no longer going to do it. What I did for me was, and I think that why I'm also have also been successful in these last 30 plus days. Today is what, day 33. I'm so proud of me. I'm so proud of me, guys. I am so proud of me. I usually go 2 weeks, and maybe struggle a couple of more days, or I usually go a whole week. It hasn't really even been 14 days of eating clean, and then I'm like, F that. I want some good to eat. So 33 days for me is awesome. Now I'm on my way to going 60 days clean and sober. And you say, clean and sober, you're not an alcoholic, you're not a drug addict. But yes, I was a food addict and I was a sugar addict. So I was addicted to food. I'm not ashamed to say it. My name is Charity and I was addicted to food. But, and however, um, I still have cravings and I still feel like, oh, I want to, you know how you eat sometimes, you're like, oh, I need something sweet. Sometimes I still feel like that, but it's not a craving. I don't have cravings anymore. It was a habit, right? I am used to eating a meal and then having sweet after. I'm used to snacking throughout the day. I'm used to using food for comfort and eating when I'm tired, when I'm bored, or to celebrate. For any occasion, any reason, any holiday, I'm eating. So when I'm no longer doing that, my mind still wants to say, hey, wait a minute, I should be eating something or I should be doing something. So, you like the salads I make? I made a cucumber and tomato and avocado salad. Those are very filling. That's another thing, Deborah Ray. I found that you got to eat what you want to eat. A lot of people will say, "Oh, iceberg lettuce doesn't have any any nutritional value." That may be so, but I like iceberg lettuce. I don't really like. I don't like what is it, romaine lettuce. I can't really stand romaine lettuce and spinach. I like to eat that hot. I don't like to eat spinach in my salad. So I got to eat what I like. And I like iceberg lettuce with tomatoes and cucumbers and avocado. That might not be as healthy as spinach or romaine, but it's okay. You like that too with romaine? You like romaine with avocado? Yeah, I just don't like the flavor of it. Now, if I'm going to make like a shrimp boat, I haven't made those yet. I gotta make me some shrimp boats. Those are my favorite things to eat. And I can't believe I haven't made them. I think I'm going to probably make like a ceviche tomorrow, something like that. And I was saying, what could I eat instead of tortillas? So thank you for reminding me of that. But I'm gonna get some romaine lettuce boats, and then I'll take my ceviche and eat it on the lettuce boats instead of a tortilla. I said tomorrow I'm gonna go in meatless, so I'll probably make it tomorrow and have it chilling in the refrigerator, prepare it for Tuesday. But yes, I've been eating a lot of avocado, Deborah. This last 30 days, I've been eating. What else have I been eating like crazy? Avocados, raisins. Um, raisins and this fruit jerky by Soli. It's been helping with my sweet tooth. Raisins and fruit jerky, they're not really clean because they're processed and they come in a package from the store. So, but it's better for me and way less calories than eating like a Reese cup. But yes, salads are cool. I like to eat salads, but I found out during this journey I don't really like fruit, and I'm not really a salad girl. Like I have to work my way into that. I have to really, if I want a salad, it has to have been a while since I've really had fresh vegetables. So since I've been eating a lot of vegetables and my body has been getting the nutrition it needs, then I want to eat. fruit less. But I did get some grapes. My go-to fruits are usually grapes, bananas, um, raspberries, and blueberries sometimes. But I'm not really fond of strawberries. I love watermelon. I love me some watermelon. But when it comes to citrusy stuff like mangoes with a lot of fruit and a lot of juice, I don't know, and that may be because I'm getting older, and once you get older, you don't metabolize food the same way. So maybe that's why. Like pineapple, I like pineapple, but it takes me a minute to want to eat a pineapple or eat a mango. You know what I mean? Or eat orange juice. I don't know. Do you feel that way? Like as you're getting older, you eat less fruit? Because I know when I was a kid, I would eat fruit. If we didn't, especially if we didn't have sweets in the house. And I've wasted so much fruit this year because if I want something sweet, I can have a refrigerator full of fruit and I'm going to the store. I'm leaving that fruit in that refrigerator to go bad. And I'm going to go get me a king size Reese cup. I'm not doing that right now. So it's going to be, and if I have, like I said, if I want something sweet, it's still not going to be, if I have a banana, I'll go for the banana. But I'm not going to go for the strawberries and the pineapples. I'm going to go for a box of raisins or the fruit jerky before I would go for the strawberries that's in my refrigerator. I also like blackberries. Blackberries are super sweet and super good. So I do like blackberries. I like berries more, you know, not strawberries, but blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, the expensive berries. Um, Another thing I've been doing a lot through this journey is I've been eating a lot of sourdough bread. I have the clean eating group on Facebook. I talked about it various times. If you guys want to join my group, do I have it in my description? I'm not sure, but it's called Clean Eating for Beginners if you're on Facebook. And we share our meals, we motivate each other, we put recipes in the group. We also ask different questions. And so this month I asked I asked my group members which kind of bread do they eat, because really bread, if it's store bought, is not a clean food. When you're on the clean eating lifestyle, you're only supposed to eat what you cook, and food in its natural states. Foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean meats, grass-fed beef in moderation, but mostly fish, mostly boneless, skinless chicken, a little shrimp here and there, things like that. But I have been eating beef. Your favorite is banana, Deborah. Um, they say that bananas have too much sugar in them. So, but I'm not on a low calorie diet. I'm not. I mean, excuse me. I am on a I have reduced my calories, but I'm not on a low carb or no carb diet. I'm not on a keto diet. I'm not on a pescatarian diet, a vegetarian diet. I'm not on any of those things. I'm on a mission to improve my health and to improve my lab results. And that's what I'm doing. I don't care if people say, oh, you can eat good 80% of the time and eat bad 20% of the time. Not me. Not me. I have bad food habits. I can't just have one cookie. I got to have the whole row of cookies. So that's not for me. For me right now is okay, I got to improve my health fast. And that is happening. I'm turning it around, but I have to lose the weight, and I don't have time to waste trying to eat good and eat bad. Yes, the potassium is great for your blood pressure, and for keeping your electrolytes balanced. My potassium levels was good. My creatinine level was great. My I didn't have high cholesterol. I just knew I had high cholesterol because I like to eat beef and I like to eat meat. Um, but I didn't think. I could do away with water. I mean, with soda. I love Coke. I knew I would want water. I could drink water, but I didn't think I could go all these days and drink only water. This is the longest I have ever gone in my life only drinking water. And when I say that, I've had I bought some orange juice and I drank 2 sips of orange juice on a couple of different days to take my iron pills. And then I got this Evolution, I think it is, drink. This little girl was at the store with her mom. They were out front selling things, and I asked her, did she want something from the store? And she said, yeah, can you get me one of those elderberry Evolution drinks? And so I was like, let me try it. If a kid likes it, let me try it. So I brought that home and I drank a few sips of it with my iron pill on 2 different days. So I did have that. But outside of that, if I had something sweet to drink, it came from a blackberry. It came from a strawberry. And I've been using like a little honey on like my Greek yogurt, or I've also had peanut butter. I got the Justin's peanut butter. It only has peanut butter. I mean, it only has peanuts in it. So I've been eating that, and I've only had that twice. Like I used some on, I had some with the banana one day, and then one day I made peanut butter banana oatmeal, and I just had a little peanut butter and the bananas. It was very hard to eat because I'm used to having my oatmeal with almond milk, a little butter, all of that, and I didn't have all of that in there. And then it wasn't the instant oatmeal; it was the old-fashioned oatmeal. So it was it was a time. I need to have some today. I need to eat some of that oatmeal today. But it's been fun seeing how my body responds. And as I get more energy, my body is like, get up and move. Like, get your butt up and move. I want to move. Guys, your body wants to move and your body wants to feel good. And when it does it, when you don't treat it right, it's going to rebel. Your body is going to rebel in the form of anxiety, in the form of poor sleeping habits, in the form of high blood pressure, diabetes. It's going to rebel in the form of lymphedema, and it's going to change your shape, right? You're going to start having aches and pains, and you can't understand why. You're waking up with a headache. You can't understand why you can't breathe and you're short of breath, but it's because you got too much weight on you, or it's because you got too much sugar in your body with nowhere to go. Now that I don't have that SS processed sugar, my body is like, get up. We were out all day yesterday. Hey, Van Dot Tang. I'm sorry, Van Dot Tang. How are you doing today? Where are you joining me from? I know I probably butchered that, and forgive me. I try my best. I hate for people to mispronounce my name, so I like to try to pronounce people's names right. But yes, definitely check out my weight loss journey update. I'm on a mission to lose 100 pounds. I am down 24 pounds. I feel like this last week I haven't really, well, from last Sunday until today, I lost 1.8 pounds total, but I wanted to lose much more than that. Um, so I wasn't really happy with that. But I'm reminding myself this is a process, just as I have been reminding my daughter. She was like, oh, I want to drive here, I want to drive there. I'm like, this is a process. And then I had to check myself because I'm like, am I holding her back? Am I being too nervous and too anxious? Am I showing her how to drive the right way? Because I started her out in a large vacant parking lot, and that was to teach her how to get comfortable with the car and how to back up, how to turn left, how to turn right, how to do a U-turn, how to turn, how to speed up, how to slow down, how to brake. I've been teaching her all of those things, and I did that for like a couple of weeks. I got bored with that. She got bored with that. She wanted to get on the road. So I took her to an area where I knew was, um, it wasn't, there wasn't any heavy traffic, and it was a neighborhood by a school. And we did a couple of days of that. And, you know, if you go to the same place, it gets boring and it doesn't really push you. But I'm starting to see that she is getting better at driving, but she needs a lot more time to develop her confidence and to learn how to drive. So we've been doing, when we first started, I said 10, 15 minutes because, honey, my nerves were on edge. You started at 16 in the empty parking lot. I started in my neighborhood like at 13, 14 years old. And then one of my friends, I have grown friends at 14, and her husband, she was supposed to take me home and she let me drive. And I kind of hit a curb. And her husband was like, I know you let Charity drive. So then one day he let me drive. And so I just started taking my mom's car on my own. Nobody really taught me how to drive at about 17. And then when I got about 18, 19, my boyfriend at the time, he used to let me drive his car. He'd pick me up and he'd let me drive. And then that's just how I started driving. But I should have taught my daughter a lot sooner. I was going to have her do driver's ed, but I just know from my niece when she took driver's ed, they and my other daughter took driver's ed. They only give you like 5 hours of driving, and 5 hours is just the tip of the iceberg. You need a lot more. You need about 30 to 40 hours of driving before you are considered skilled at driving. So I just said, you know what? I'll keep the money in my pocket. And this is an opportunity for me and my daughter to bond and then I can, this is my actual first time really teaching one of my children how to drive. The others, my oldest, she just stole my car at 14 and 15, okay? Used to steal my car and taught herself how to drive. And my second daughter, my niece taught her how to drive. And she took driver's ed. So, yeah. But as I was saying, I've been telling my daughter it's a process. And everything I have been telling her, I second guess myself like, well, maybe this is not the way you teach a person how to drive, because it seemed like my daughter just wasn't getting some things. Like she wasn't getting the turns, and she wasn't driver's ed in school. I'm not sure if they offered that. I know when I was in high school, they offered it, and I took driver's ed and I to get my permit. But I'm not sure if they offered that or not. At least not in California. I think you got to pay for driver's ed. I think it's like 500, and most people out here, they pay to go. So I think it was like about 300 when I was a kid. Now it's 500. Who knows how much it is now? When my daughter Kiara took driver's ed, that was several years ago. So I don't know exactly how much it costs now. But yeah, I've been telling her, look, this is a process. And I went to Google and I typed in teaching a teenager how to drive. And everything I've been telling her, everything I have been showing her was outlined. Even the part about it being a process. All of the words I used, all the language I used was there. And I've been telling her, listen, as you increase in experience and as you increase in confidence, and I see that you are doing better, I'm going to allow you to drive further and longer. And I'm going to give you the opportunity to show what you can do. She did pretty good today. It wasn't perfect, but we haven't had an accident. We haven't hit anything, praise God. So I've been telling her this whole time, it's a process, and it takes the amount of time that it takes. So that's what I've also been telling myself about the weight loss. And I've also been saying to myself, look, you gained all this weight, and it took you about 10 years to get to this weight over the years. So it's going to take the time that it takes for you to get it off. And I'm also, doing pretty good with it. 25 pounds in less than 30 days is awesome. So I'm already off to a good head start. But that's because of my size, and that's because I went from eating horribly to eating healthy. So that change was just a normal process. But now I'm more at 1 to 2 pounds a week, which is the healthy amount of weight to lose. And it's going to take me longer. But it's also going to mean that the habits that I am forming will stick around, and the weight loss will be permanent, whether, you know, Whereas if I took Ozempic or I had weight loss surgery, the weight could come back because I really didn't change my eating habits. The medicine stopped me from having an appetite, or the weight loss surgery shrunk my stomach so I couldn't eat as much, but I didn't really change my mindset as it relates to food, right? And I'm just saying, not trying to put anybody down, because some people, they are very sick and they got to lose the weight fast, right? They're having trouble and they got to lose it fast. And I think if you're in that situation, do what you got to do. You might not have a year to lose weight, or you might not have 30 days to change it around. You might have to lose weight right now, and you got to do what you got to do. I'm not going to sit up here and knock anybody for doing that, but as for me, I have to do what's working for me. Hey, Jazzy J, how are you doing? Thanks for tuning in, sweetheart. Are you back in your neck of the woods, or are you still out vacationing? This girl, she has a wanderlust, Jazzy J. She just is everywhere all the time, and I love that for you, Jazzy. They have driver's ed here. It's part of the curriculum. You know what? I don't know why they changed it. I do know that years ago they used to have the part where can get your you can get your permit. I know they had that in high school where you could take the coursework and get your permit. The driving part, I don't know if you had to pay for that at that time, but I remember that they had that because I took it in high school. I took driver's ed and I still didn't pass the permit. I don't know why that was so hard for me, but and then especially once I learned how to drive, I still don't know why I was having a hard time with that. But yes, that is something that they should offer kids. I think if they once they get to 10th grade, if they have a 2.0, then okay, you can you can take the coursework part in 10th grade at 15. Then at 16, I think in California at least, I think because you can only get a restricted driver's license in California until you're 18. So at 15 you can get your permit, but you have to be learning to drive for a full year before you can get your restricted L's in at 16. And then once you turn 18, you can get it unrestricted. So I feel like if you have a 2.0, because driving is isn't is should be seen as something extra, right? And this should be motivating to these kids. Give them that. Give like have them have a part like on I don't know, have an area where they could learn the basics of how to operate a vehicle, the different mechanisms of a car, like the steering wheel, the turning signals, how to reverse and back up. I think they should have that in class because that will encourage kids to come to school more and make those good grades. Okay, when I turn 15, I can take driver's ed and get my permit. When I turn 16, I'll start learning how to drive at school. So by the time I get out of high school, I'll not only know how to drive, but I'll be a more informed and better educated driver. Because most parents are not like me. They're not going to take their kid to a vacant field and teach them how to drive. They're going to put them right on the road. And they're just going to tell them, okay, put the car in park, put the car in drive, okay, turn. They're not going to tell them the specifics of driving. I'm teaching my daughter everything. Yes, I'm back trying to get back into going live, but I will be away again next week. Yeah, you might as well wait till you come back. Like, chill and enjoy yourself. Like, this going live thing every day, it's like I kind of got addicted to it. So if I don't go live, I'd be like, I got to go live. Because this is what our second month of doing it from. I started on May 31st, so June, July, August 31st will be my third month of doing it. So I'm trying to get my hours up. People say, you still not monetized? No, I'm still not monetized, okay? Like, come support your girl. Come support your girl and stick with me for an hour or two and engage with your girl so I can have a good live and I could get my hours up. I'm good for it. If I know you're a content creator and you're engaging with my lives and you're dropping by my lives, and I'm coming for yours too. So if you're a content creator and you're listening, um, and you're in the bushes, make sure you hit the like button. If you the live, I can get on here and talk, but and let me know. Switch up the conversation if you don't like where it's going. But if you want or are new to engage, a live can only support and be a part of this get me monetized process. By all means, please engage. Hey, Alicia, how are you doing today? Where are you watching me or rather listening to me from? And I appreciate the likes. I appreciate you guys coming in. I know you guys could be listening to anybody. I know you could be doing anything, but hopefully, when you listen to me, I'm encouraging you, entertaining you, and motivating you. Yeah. So I wasn't going to stay on here too long. I haven't been staying on the lives too long. But I also saw, and I thought that this is what really made me want to go live. I wanted to encourage you guys with my with my weight loss stories and really my lab work coming back. Oh, I was so excited about that. So I wanted to share that with you guys. But the other night I went live and I said men are a trip. And I'm not speaking to every man, obviously, right? I'm just speaking about my dating life. And while I'm going live, I'm getting texts from one of these guys I'm talking to. It's so funny. But, and he's a trip. He's a trip. Um, and he just really confirmed that notion for me that these guys are a trip. I didn't think that dating would be like this at, nearly 50. At 50 years old, guys are still a trip. Like, come on now. So, I saw that somebody else, I think I was scrolling on Instagram, and they said somebody asked them, do they have a friend? Because the other day, this guy wanted to talk to me. He was asking me for my number, and he was, we talked or whatever, and he said that he was looking for a potential mate, right? He's dating intentionally to get married. And I'm like, well, I'm not. I'm just dating to meet friends and see where it goes. Like, if it doesn't go anywhere, like, let's stay friends. And if we like each other, cool, then we, maybe get a little more serious down the line. Because I was married for a long time, and as toxic and as messed up as that was, I was devoted to him. And, I've been raising my life, like, go on somewhere with that. And it's funny because when men get 50, now they're ready to settle down. Now they want somebody to come with them to their doctor's appointments and remind them to take their medication, or they want somebody to make their meals and be their companion. Later for that, you're not about to trick me into that being your home health aide. Sorry. So, so that's what I'm running into. So when I told the guy, well, I'm not really interested in, like, I just met you, just like, okay, let's start being serious. I don't even know you like that. So he asked me, he said, well, do you have any friends? I was like, what? Like, why are you asking me, do I have friends? You just telling me that you want to date me, and now when I say I don't want to, be serious, I'm not looking to be serious. Now you're gonna say, do I have any friends? What kind of mess is that? So that's why I said guys are a trip, and I found that funny. So I was like, let me get on live and let me get some feathers ruffled and talk about how these guys are a trip, because it really is crazy that at my age that it's the opposite. I remember when I was in my 20s and 30s, when I would meet a guy, not my 30s, but like I would say my late teens, early 20s. I would meet somebody and I would date them, right? And then I would be like, oh my gosh, this could be Prince Charming. This could be the one for me, right? Just met him. He's cute or whatever. And I, want to date him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the one for me. Didn't know him from a can of paint. And already I was ready to pick out names for our children and walk down the aisle and all of that. But now I'm like, I got to get to know you. That's it. I got to get to know you. I got to fill you out. I might not like you after I get to know you. Hell, you might not like me. That's cool. I'm cool with you not liking me. But what I'm not cool with is pretending. And what I'm not cool with is going through drama and all of that. Like, can you handle your handling, Can you handle a woman? Can you handle yourself? Can you handle rejection? Because a lot of guys cannot handle rejection. They cannot handle that a woman is sure of herself and a woman knows what she wants and does not want. They cannot handle that. You feel me, Alicia? And it doesn't feel good when I'm dating someone and they kind of ghost me. You don't gotta ghost me, first of all. Just like, okay, well, you know what? I I didn't feel like this was really working out between us, so I would rather be friends. That doesn't feel good to hear, or that doesn't feel good when somebody stops calling you as much. But you know what? I feel like, oh well, where the next one at? And I feel like even at 20, even at 30s, I don't feel like you should go out there and sleep around at any age. But I do feel like you should date, let people take you out, let men show you their intentions, right? Because women decide who they want to date, but men decide who they want to commit to. So if you allow somebody to date you and court you, let's see what it is with him. Maybe it's he wants to be committed to you. Maybe it's he just wants to have fun with you. Or maybe it's you guys will just be friends. That's okay to just be friends. It's okay to just date and have fun, to travel together, or to say, you know what? Who has a concert right now? I think it was Jagged Edge that just had a concert. And you may say, you know what, I'm into R&B, or he may say, I'm into rap. You want to go to the Kendrick Lamar concert with me? Or she might be like, yep, but only if you go to the Beyonce concert with me. And he's like, I don't like Beyonce, but you know what, I'll go with you. Let's go, let's do it. Things like that. Or he may say, you know what, I want to go here. Do you want to go on this cruise with me? Or do you want to go? It could be a vacation buddy or whatever. You can bring a couple of your girls. He can bring a couple of his guys. And then you guys just all link up together like that. Or sometimes you just want feminine energy around. Or ladies, sometimes you just want to have that masculine energy in your aura, right? You just want a change of pace. Sometimes you just want that male friend that you can talk to and who can give you a different perspective on life. Sometimes that's what you want. Sometimes you just want somebody to chill with and vibe with. It doesn't have to be, oh, let's go to bed. It doesn't have to be, you know what? I want a full blown relationship with you. And I think that's where people really deny themselves the opportunity to find their true love in the person that they're supposed to be with. As soon as they meet somebody, they start they start putting a lock and chain on them. That's men too. Men, don't be that insecure just because she's pretty and cute, just because she's docile or feminine and you really like her. It's another one of her. Date around and see which one is going to fit your personality and that you are going to be able to get along with. Also, make sure you're ready to date. Like, some of us are not ready to date. I don't even think I'm really 100% ready to date. Exactly, Alicia. I don't, I'm still in the improving my health and wellness phase. I'm still in the phase of getting my mental together after leaving a stressful job, after a divorce. The divorce happened 5 years ago, but my kid's father actually passed away 3 years ago. So I'm just now on the other side of happiness and peace. And I like, I love the space I'm in right now. I love the space I'm in right now. I'm not going through drama. I'm not going through stress. And right now, I'm just like, I'm cool. I'm cool right now. They can't handle just being friends. We talked about that before, Jazzy J. No. Um, and they also can't handle that if you said, okay, I'm dating. They can't handle that they're in competition. That, wait, what? You're dating, and they'll tell you, oh no, I need a woman that I'm ready to be serious. I'm in the, like, what, since when did men date with intention? Since when did men want to be serious? Right? No, that's a game they're playing. They just don't want you to date anybody else, because I guarantee if you said, okay, well, I'm gonna, put my roster away. I'm gonna put my roster away for you, nigga. And we gonna do this. Me and you are going to rock. Guess what? You're gonna start finding out all types of stuff about him. He got another woman on the other side of town. He might even have a wife, or he may have somebody that thinks they're in a serious relationship, and the whole time he's telling you he wants to be serious with you. Now, that's never happened to me because I investigate, I ask questions, and I don't believe what nobody tells me. So you're not going to come to me and tell me you want to be serious, and I don't put that to the test. Oh, let's see. Let's see how serious you are about me. And how do I know you're serious? I don't have to question where you're at because you're calling me. Yes, baby. I just got to, I'm on my way to work, but I wanted to call you and let you know I want you to have a blessed day and don't work too hard. And I know you're with the girl, so I'm going to probably talk to you later on today. And then when it's lunch break, hey, maybe you texted him back, or maybe you texted him on his lunch break. Maybe he's calling you, but he's communicating, right? And also, you don't have to wonder if what you're doing that weekend, because it's like, hey, you want to go to this restaurant this weekend, or I got tickets to the basketball game. I was thinking we could go, or what do you want to get into this weekend? What, let's plan something. That's how you know that he has intentions of being with you, because his free time is monopolized by you. You guys are spending your free time together. He called you pretty much throughout the day. Anything important comes up, he's talking to you about it. If you need help around the house, hey, my brakes went out. And he's like, okay, I'll go take your car this week, or I'll go with you to get them done. So, because he's that male presence, or he's changing the tire for you, right? Um, when you need gas, he's going to fill up your tank. He's making sure your car gets washed. All of the things that happens when you are in a relationship with somebody, you don't have to guess or doubt or wonder, right? And also, he treats you well. He sends you flowers because he knows that's what you like, or he shows you signs of affection to let you know that this person cares about you and wants to be a part of your life for a long time. Now, that's fine if you don't want to do that with me, but move on. So the next person can be interviewed, vetted, and validated, and I can see if it's him. If it's not you, that's fine. We could just chill. We can have fun. But understand, I'll be doing what I'm doing with you with a few other people. I'm not going to commit myself to anybody. And I'm really not going to commit myself to anybody because I just want to chill. I don't want somebody asking me what I'm doing today or what I got going on this weekend. I don't want to answer to you, right? I'm not answering to you. I don't want somebody asking me, oh, where I'm going with my kids. It's none of your business. Or what's going on with I don't want to answer that. Or when you going to cook me dinner. No, you're not coming by. You're not coming by. And no, I don't want to come to your house. I got my own house. I don't want to come over there. I'm not at that stage in life, so that's just where I'm at with it. I'm just tripping off of how guys are. I'm not jaded, and I don't feel like you feel me, Jazzy? I'm not jaded at all. I'm just cool. And some days I'm like, oh, that would be good to have a significant other to be committed to. Some days I'm like that, but then I'm reminded of my goals, and I'm reminded of my journey and my purpose and how focused I am. And just because I'm going to be 50 soon, that doesn't mean that I have to be in a rush. That doesn't mean that I have to do anything other than what I am doing. When they start asking those questions, I disappear. Jazzy is traveling. Jazzy might be in another country next month, boo boo. Go on somewhere with that. Go on somewhere with that because, boo, I don't have time for all of that. I might be on a vacation with my baby daddy and our kids. And I don't need you asking me what I'm doing going on a vacation. That's none of your business. This is what we do as a family. This is who we are, and I don't need anybody coming between that. What's up, Richie? Thank you for stopping by and showing love. I appreciate you. Oh yeah, you are taking a drive. Be safe. We were just talking about on Entertainment You Love's channel, Yo Yo, about doing a pajama party part two. So I need everybody on deck. Richie, I need you on deck. You just bring that vibe. Yo Yo's gonna bring the vibe. Jazzy, bring the vibe. Don't come to the pajama party being on cue. Bring the vibe. But this time I want us to do it to where all our supporters can support us and we can all benefit from the live, and we can do it at we can start at a certain time and keep it going until like we did last time. But I'm trying to go for like 10, 12 hours. I seen Armand Wiggins. He did that. He's doing a 12-hour live stream right now, and I've been seeing a lot of the streamers getting together and collaborating and doing like 12-hour live streams or 2 or 3 day live streams. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not about to do a 2 or 3 day live stream. I'm going to tap out probably on the 12-hour live stream, but I would like to do that. And if you guys are game, hit me up at cdhoward@cdarrellhoward.com, or hit me up on my email in my description on my profile. Enoch, what's good? Are you working today? How are you doing? Thank you, Lowe's. I will be safe. Hope the traffic isn't crazy. Oh, yeah, for sure. I will be there and will show that support. I'm ready for it. Okay. I already know, Richie, and I'm going to hit you up. So, Richie, email me when you get the chance. Jazzy, I'm glad you're doing good. I miss you and your food, sis. Oh, you're off today? That's what's up. Thank you for tuning in on your off day. You've been a regular supporter. I appreciate that, Enoch. I'm doing pretty good. I was talking earlier about how I've been doing on my weight loss journey, and I have a video. I already did it. I just got to finish editing it. So I'm going to edit that. And guys, if you didn't already do so, please hit my like button. But also, just talking about how my dating experience is going right now. I'm not a man hater. I'm not man bashing. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying how things have been going. I just feel like men are so weird. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. Not for mine, so Jazzy, never mind, because you're about to grill me on that food part. Food good for the soul. I miss Richie's lives. Richie, your lives are so entertaining. What happened? Why were you just busy with school? I don't know if you want to share that. Um, what food were you cooking, Jazzy? Were you cooking on here? Cause I haven't seen you cook not one thing all summer. I think I seen you you had a plate of oxtails one time, Jazzy, and I haven't seen you with food all summer long. Jazzy has been in the wind. Jazzy has been on the West Coast, and I really should have caught up to you. I should have went. My whole family was in Vegas that month. I should have caught up to you. Why do I say men are weird? I just, well, I guess it's that whole Venus and Mars type thing. Men, I just feel like, I don't know, they have certain expectations of women, and then I have who I am. So, you know, I got somebody texting me right now that's just like so super weird. Like, that's crazy. They're actually texting me while I'm on live. I got your email, but reach out at the beginning of the week. Yeah, I felt like I was spreading myself too thin and really having little time for my personal life and school. I feel you on that, Richie. It's a balance, but content creation, although it is fun, it is also a job. And I think, if you're not getting paid and you're not getting the reward of being monetized, or you don't see that, or you don't see the amount of a fan base that you want in the beginning, then it's hard to kind of stick with it, especially when you have bills to pay, you have a family to provide for, or that you just want to spend time with. So it can be a daunting situation. However, if you have another gig and you need to support yourself, you have to put that first and kind of schedule what the time that you're going to spend online. Maybe make videos and schedule them throughout the week. I think that's another thing to consider as well as a content creator, scheduling your time and scheduling your videos, and having a day or two where you just do nothing but make content, and you schedule it so that even if you are spending time with your family, you're at work or at school, your content is still getting out there. It's very much doable. Even if content creation is a full-time job and you're making a lot of money from it, if you are online every day, you are going to get burnt out. So it would behoove you to have your content set up to where your content is being posted even if you are not online. And then maybe you can go live 1 or 2 days out the week. Yes, I see you are making your way back. Do you have the same channel? Because I'm going to make my way over there to your channel as well. What do you mean by weird? Enoch, I mean just like, um, let me say, like, I feel like there's been a lot of role reversal. I feel like so many women have allowed men to walk to put them out of their to trick them out of their position. When I was younger and dating, it was automatic, the things that guys would do for a woman if he was interested in her. Now it's like, wait a minute, I got to tell you this, or I got to show you this. It's like guys really are getting away with some of everything because women are desperate. Women feel like I hear a lot of, oh, I don't mind going 50-50 because times is hard. And I'm a single mom. Nobody's going 50-50 with me right now. So if I can do it, he can do it. If he has no children if he doesn't have full, custody of his children, or he has no children at all, why would you need me to go 50-50 on a date? Why would you need me to come to visit you? I'm not doing that. I'm not doing none of that. So I feel like that's weird, and just men at my age saying, "Oh, I want a commitment," I'm not doing that. I don't even know you well enough to know if I could see myself committing myself to you. That takes time to know if that's something I want to do. I'm a mom. Um, I have my own business. I'm a content creator. I have things that I do, and I'm not willing to compromise myself for any of the BS that a man is talking about. That's what I started doing with the show. I had roomies. I would be up at 5 a.m. recording it, then editing it in the afternoon between school and class, and the scheduling it to post usually at 3 p.m. That's cool. That was a cool thing. But with school, you have to study and write papers. So school is very demanding. I had a blog around 15 years ago, and I loved my blog. I would be on it all day and all night. But I still had work, I still had kids, and I was in a graduate program, so I had to let the blog go. And I was getting like 5,000 people on my blog a day. That's a lot of people coming on my blog, right? But I didn't monetize it properly, so shoot, that probably could have been my that could have been my would help me get out of work, but I didn't have it monetized properly. I have the same channel still. This the same one, still just a different name and profile pic. Oh, have you been posting content? Because I need to get over there and support your content, Rich. Do you think women have changed as well? Do you think men changed because of women? I do think that women have changed as well too. I want to say before I got married, like in the 2000s, I was dating this guy, and I had never had this happen. Um, and he told me, he said, you know what? He said, I see a lot of women, they're taking care of men. The man is staying at home on the game all day while they go to work. And I had never had that happen to me. And I'm like, what? Like, who do you see doing that? But this was like around 2002. And I was dating this guy, and he was telling me this. And he was like, yeah, I just don't get that how women are taking care of men. And that's when I started seeing it happening. Um, I'm sure it probably was happening before that. Throughout the history of men and black men and women in the United States, we've always had to really, women have always had to work and step up just because of our living conditions, right? Men and women in the black community have always had to work together. And even it seems when a man worked, a woman was still doing most of the housework, and she was still pulling up a lot of the slack. So then when you have the 80s crack epidemic, and you have a lot of black men going to jail, a lot of gang violence in the black communities, and a lot of women losing their husbands and losing their sons, you have women who are on their own, right? And sometimes it's due to the way people were living, but mostly it's it happened because of just how life was. So in the 90s and 2000s, you got a lot of women, even more so than before, women who were probably just helping in the home. Now they're the head of the households. So I think that's what happened, Enoch. Right now, it just became a thing where women started doing it on their own because the men were in jail or deceased, and women got used to doing it on their own. And then you got their sons being brought up in those households and seeing that mama is doing everything on her own. So now that I'm an adult, I expect my woman to do the same thing my mom did for me. My mom didn't, she treated me like I was the man of the house, so I didn't really have a lot of responsibilities. Maybe I took out the trash. Maybe it was up to me to help out with my brothers and sisters, but I didn't have to go work. I didn't really have to go to school if I didn't want to. I could do whatever I wanted to. And or my mom was really hard on me, hollering at me, yelling at me, and placing a lot of demands on me because I was the oldest and I was her son. So now I don't like women. I don't like women, or I want women to coddle me. So that's what I feel like has happened a lot in my community. I hear it from women of other races too that, oh, it's not just black men, it's our men too. So I don't know. Women have always done that, you think, Enoch? It's just more open now. I think so to some degree. You're right, but also, I don't. I would say like I seen me growing up. I seen a lot of women taking care of their households by themselves, but I didn't see a lot of women taking care of men. I didn't see that. That was very much frowned upon then, and it still is frowned upon now. If you take care of a man, then you are seen as a sorry woman. Like that man does not love you. That man is just using you. That man is just looking for somewhere to stay. Um, it's still looked at like that by me, and I know a lot of other people. I haven't been posting at all. I have to go back to the swing of it, mostly because I most recently got my letter for National Honor Society. That's what's up. Oh, that's what's up. I know you want to keep that. I know that's what's up, Richie. I'm so proud of you. Honor roll status is what's up. All your hard work is paying off. More in school and making sure that I don't lose it. That's right. And you know what? I think that that's, very commendable of you. Stay committed to your goals. Deborah Ray says she's very proud of Richie as well. Absolutely. That's a great achievement to achieve honor roll, Richie. And it's a blessing that you were able to stay goal oriented because some people, they don't care as long as they pass the class. And they'll they'll spend their time doing things that won't really fulfill them. They'll be on content creation. I mean, they'll be on YouTube all day, not really making any money, not really making contacts, and the whole time they have something more pressing and more legitimate that they need to attend to. I think it's awesome that you stuck to what you're doing and you achieved that goal. So if a woman makes more money than their spouse, is he still the head of the household? It depends, Enoch. Is the man still protecting the household? Is he still providing that security for the household, right? Because the head of the household is not just the breadwinner or the person that makes the most money. If me and my husband sit down, okay, if I'm married and I sit down with my mate and we go over our bills together, whatever he has to add and whatever I had, it's our money together. We are married. So we are going to decide on how the bills are paid and how everything is spent together. My husband, because he makes less, he still shouldn't be out there cheating or being with somebody else because I'm the head of the household. He still should be devoted to me and his family. His kids should still be able to rely on him, and I should be able to rely on him. We're working together as a unit. It doesn't matter who put what in the pot because the pot is benefiting the family as a whole. Thank you, Lowe's, Deborah. That means a lot, and I'm glad that I'm able to share this with you all. It's exciting. Absolutely, we got your back. One thing I like about YouTube and my YouTube community is that everybody is very supportive. I don't have a lot of drama on my page, or unless I come with some mess. But even then, people still support me and they join in on the conversations. If they see me trying to eat right, they cheer me on. I love it. So I'm very grateful for the YouTube community that I've established, and I hope I do the same for others. I hope that I'm there for them and support them as well as I'm being supported. But yes, that's just why I think it's weird, Enoch. And once again, to add to your question, I definitely feel that as long as a couple is married and they are working together to establish a foundation for their family, that's what it's all about. The head of the household is just the protector, the one that leads the way. If I can't trust you to lead me, I don't care how much money you got. Are you taking your money and gambling it? Are you taking your money and spending it on other women? Are you coming home late at night? Are you an alcoholic? Are you an addict? Or are you leading our family in the right direction? A lot of women think they are the head because they make more money, but he is still the head. I certainly agree that the if you are married and you have a husband, as a Christian, as a woman of God, just as a woman, because why would I want to be with a man that and I can't follow his lead? A man is stronger. He should be stronger mentally than me. He should be stronger in physicality than me, right? So when things go bump in the night, I'm not jumping out of the bed. My husband's jumping out of the bed. He's going to get his, you know, his blammer, and he's going to go check on the kids and check on me and make sure I'm good. He's jumping out in front of the fire if anything should happen, right? And my husband is also the one that makes me feel secure and protected and loved. I can't do that for myself, right? And and I got my kids and I love them, but my kids can't give me that intimacy, that passion that my husband can give me. So yes, I love my kids. My kids mean the world to me, but my kids are not my husband, right? Right, Enoch. So I don't feel like a woman is a head. I feel like if a woman is single and a woman is doing it all by herself, then she is the head of the household. It's up to her to make sure that the family is good. It's up to her to make sure that the family is safe. And unfortunately, a lot of black women are in that position due to no fault of their own. You can't say, well, you made a bad choice. And sometimes that happens. But this is not being told to women of other races. If I'm a white woman, if I divorce, the chances are I'm going to have another husband. I'm not going to meet a man and he's like, oh, I'm damaged good because I have kids already. I'm still marriageable as long as I still look good and as long as I have kept myself to a certain standard. I can still marry again, even though I have children. So I think that's the difference in the black community. One, black women are marrying less, and then two, after divorce, they're not really getting married again. So that's what makes it a little bit dismal for us. And when we do meet men, they feel like because we already have children or because we're a certain age that our expectations should be lowered. Right, the man will not take his place as a head. Absolutely. And I know one thing for sure. When I was younger, I saw a lot of single mothers meeting men and getting married again or having a spouse, even though they weren't with their children's father anymore. They would find love again. I'm not seeing that happening a lot these days because, again, men feel like, okay, well, you already had your bite at the apple and you didn't choose right, or I'm a high value man. I don't want a woman with kids, or I have kids, but I don't want a woman with kids still. Or if I'm with a woman, you already got to pay those bills. I'm not paying your bills. I'm not going to go take care of a woman with kids. She got to go 50-50. Or she's 40 years old, or she's 50 years old. I need a 25 or 30-year-old. I'm a 50-year-old man, but I still need me a 25-year-old woman. You can get married regardless of looks, but when those looks fade, what will they do? True. That's true, but men are visual creatures, so you got to have something to work with, right? And then after you have that visual aspect, then you have to have something that's going to keep him there. And it's not going to bed with him. It's, okay, we're revived from that point. And that's why I take that intimacy, that going to bed stuff out of the equation, because I don't know you and I might not even like you next week. I'm not going to invite you into my bedroom, right? And also, I have children. I'm not inviting you into my home. I don't know you like that. So let's get to know each other. Let's date. Let's see where things are going, because after 2 or 3 conversations, if I'm not hearing what I want to hear after the first conversation, if you sound like you a jerk, or you sound like you're anti-woman, if you sound like you think you're the prize, if you get to asking me what do I bring to the table, if you get to asking me when I'm going to cook for you, or can I come to your house and see you, you get to asking me any shit like that, forgive my language, I'm up out of here. Yes, that was Trick Daddy saying that bull that, oh, women, please, the older woman has it going on. Like, if you can't handle an older woman, you got to question what's up with your mental, because I got 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds like, what's good? And I'm like, you too young for me. But it's funny because a 50-year-old man wants somebody younger. Like, sit down somewhere, old man, you know? And I might want a 40-year-old or a 30-some-year-old myself, because why would I want an old man? Like, you old now. You're old. You got to take Viagra now. So I don't know. Older woman is definitely where it's at, Enoch, for sure, for sure. We are experienced. We are wise. We are feminine. We know who we are. We are more secure. We're not jealous hearted. Um, and we're not going to play games with you, and we don't take no mess. So if you are secure within your manhood and you want a woman, then you want to date a woman your age. Why would you be 50 years old with a 20 something year old, or 50 years old, and like, okay, I think 35 and 50, I think that's kind of like the same, a lot the same. Like, if she's a 35-year-old woman, you're a 50-year-old man, she's a lot younger, but I don't see, I mean, once you hit 35, all you're doing is just, you done all the learning and experience. And by that time, 35, you're just applying what you learned and experience to life. At 40 years old, you should not still be learning the game of life. You should know it. And definitely at 50, you should know it. You should have your game plan together, set, and in stone. I don't want to see a 50-year-old talking about, oh, I made a mistake, or I didn't know, or he fooled me, he love bombed me, I thought it was real. Listen, if you don't know what's what at 50, you won't ever know. You are never gonna know. If you don't know some stuff by the time you're 35, you are never gonna know. And you are hopeless, and there is no hope for you. I don't want that kind of woman as my friend. I don't want no dumb broad as my friend. And I don't want a dumb man as my man. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. Exactly. Exactly, because I'm not done. I have made some unwise choices and decisions, but not at this time in my life. No, I'm not doing that. Like, I might play the fool, but that's all I'm doing is playing with you. I'm playing. I'm playing, because don't take me serious. I might say I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, but don't ever take me serious when it comes to some BS, because I'm never gonna jump out there in the water and compromise my my motherhood. I'm not going to compromise my Christianity. I'm not going to compromise myself. And a lot of women get to 50, they're not stupid, they're not dumb, but they're compromising because they don't want to be alone, or um, they don't want to go through what it takes to be by themselves. They don't want to do that. And you have to do that in order to know who you are, and in order to see if somebody is really for you. If you get out there and you just start dating, and the first one or two guys you commit to, so many women are being taken advantage of, because by 50, women, their children are grown, or their children have their own families, so now they're pretty much on their own. And then they also have 401ks. A lot of black women have good jobs. They're nurses, they're attorneys, they're teachers. They just have, now that their kids are older, they are now financially stable and able, with good credit, and they're getting taken advantage of. You know, they've saved up all their money and bought their homes, only to have men come in and tear everything that they worked for to pieces. So that's my That's my TED Talk, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in with me on this beautiful Sunday. I hope you all are enjoying your day, that you're getting out and about and enjoying the. Well, I know in Cali the weather is gorgeous. It's going to be hot though today. It's very sunny, very clear, but I'm indoors under the AC. Emailing me like you need to put your return in. So I'm going to work on my taxes today. I'm going to put my content up and I'm going to chill for the rest of the afternoon. You guys enjoy your day. Thank you for tuning in and be sure to look out for my content. Make sure you watch it and share it and like it. Thank you for all of that support. And I thank you guys for being money getters. You guys have an awesome day. Absolutely, Enoch. Have a great day. You too, Deborah Ray. I'm getting ready to press in and I see your messages coming in. Thank you, guys.